Hi, Brian.
My point is, I find it insulting to say that it's a waste of a vote to vote your conscience, to vote for someone who you feel is the correct candidate for the party. I understand that third-party candidates are not always the correct answer, but the Republican Party has become a party that is so similar to the Democratic Party.
Okay, tell me one issue in this election where Scott Brown is similar to Martha Coakley.
And Michael,
go ahead, Brian.
Before,
here's the challenge. Here's a challenge for you. You just said something.
I'm not saying necessarily in this election, Michael.
Okay, so let's take any election. Take the election between Obama and McCain. What issue were they similar?
They're both progressives, Michael. They're both for big government. They're both for
Brian,
more government spending.
What specific issue? Were they the same on health care?
No, they were not the same on health care.
Thank you. Were they the same on taxes?
McCain is a big government person anyway.
Okay, no, Brian, don't go to sloganeering. I'm asking you specifics. Were they the same on taxes? Answer, no. McCain had a very detailed – McCain wanted to cut the corporate tax, eliminate the death tax, or at least reduce it dramatically. And Obama wants to raise all those things. There's all the difference in the world. Let's go to – you want to go to foreign affairs? You want to go to social issues? McCain has a 100% pro-life voting record his entire career. Obama, you want to talk about spending? McCain opposed the stimulus package. He opposed cap and trade, led the fight against cap and trade. Just name for me, please, Brian, rather than repeating brain-dead, asinine slogans that are not worthy of a grown-up, name me one issue in which McCain and Obama were the same.
Michael.
Yes.
Can you honestly say that the Republicans have kept to their base, to the traditions which they have had?
Brian, you're declining my challenge. Do I believe Republicans are perfect? Absolutely not. Do I believe Republicans have made a lot of stupid mistakes? Sure. Do I believe that there remains a world of difference between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party? There is, and by the way, you've just proved it for me very well. I'll give you one last chance. You want to tell me one issue where these two parties, for instance, how many Republicans voted to support Obamacare?
None.
Right. That's right. One guy in the House who's flipped already. He's going to vote against it this time. So,
can you tell me how many Republicans are standing up for what the Republican base is right now?
All of them. All of them. What the Republican base is right now is save us from Obamacare, save us from deficits, save us from more stimulus packages, and the Republican Party has stood with 100% unanimity. What is it that you want, Brian? You want them to immolate themselves, to pour gasoline over themselves and light themselves on the Capitol steps?
No, that's not what I want, Michael.
What is it that you want?
I would like them to get back to the Constitution and the things which are there.
What does that mean? Stop with the slogans. Talk to me about reality. Americans are out of jobs. There's 10% unemployment in this country. We are being spent into oblivion. We have a situation in this country where every newborn child, has a $400,000 debt if you count what they're going to have to pay for Social Security and Medicare. And you're talking about get back to the Constitution? What does that mean, Brian?
It means that we need to understand what is important in this country and not just go out and get votes to get back.
Okay,
to
what
power.
is important
So
in this country is doing something about the spending, doing something about the earmarks. By the way, you're talking about differences between McCain and Obama? 5,000 earmarks in the new Obama budget. McCain had always voted against earmarks, never had a single one in his entire career as a U.S. Senator, and would have done something about this spending, which is the biggest crisis in the country, is it not?
I would agree with that 100%, Michael. 100%.
So why are you talking about pie-in-the-sky stupidity, fantasyland, kindergarten, childish, idiot stuff? I mean, and you are. And it's great. You know, fine, let's have a conversation, a dinner party. We're talking about our future, Brian. Here in the state of Washington, they're going to raise taxes on you and me. They are. The Democrats are about to do that because they control the legislature. Every Republican opposed to it. In Washington, D.C., they're talking about a value-added tax. They're talking about a deficit that's going to make our currency worthless, that imperils the future for everyone. And you're talking to me about let's get back to the Constitution? This is the Battle of Gettysburg, Brian. And by the way, part of that, the first day of the Battle of Gettysburg, and the first day helped to determine the rest of the course of the battle. It's happening in Massachusetts right now. Grow up. Politics matters.